Welcome to Cooking with Tamara, episode 3. We're going to make Pioneer Woman's Meatloaf, oh goodness, Meatloaf Meatballs. There we go, Meatloaf Meatballs. Pioneer Woman Meatloaf Meatballs. I will leave the link in the description box so you can follow her recipe. It's her exact recipe, but if you want to actually check out each individual item, I'll say them, but just in case I would say something wrong, you'll have the link that you can follow on hers, because it is her recipe, not mine. All right, let's get started. First, you're gonna need beef. So I'm gonna do enough. The recipe calls for 1.5 pounds, and I have 1.2. So I'm not off too much, but I am a little off from her recipe. But it'll be enough. And then we are going to add 3/4 cup of quick oats. So I'll show you that, quick oats. Okay, and then we're going to need 1 cup of milk. And I'm spilling it. I don't know why it's trying to spill on me. Okay, so we'll add the milk. Get my mess up. All right, and then I went ahead and chopped up my onion. So it's just a white onion, just chopped it. We'll add that. And that's 3 tablespoons. And while you're chopping, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you're gonna need 4 tablespoons for the sauce. So while you're chopping, just get it separated. All right, so now we're gonna need 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Now, y'all know I like to use seasoning salt. So, here's our 1 and our 1/2. And then she just has enough pepper to taste. So, I'm just gonna shake that in there on the recipe. It just says pepper to taste. That should be enough. All right. Now what you got to do is combine this. This is what I don't like, because this is going to get my hands messy. But there's just no other way to combine this besides using your hands. You can try a spoon, but it's just not going to. Trust me, I have tried everything not to have to use my hands. It don't work. It just doesn't work. And it's cold. That milk's cold, the meat's cold, so, you know, it gets a little chilly. Hand gets cold. But you treat it like you do meatloaf. If you're making meatloaf, you just mix it all together and get it patted down till you've got it combined. So something like that, okay? And I gotta warm my hand up, so hang on. And I gotta wash it to get that meat off. For right now, I'm gonna get my hands dirty again, but I gotta get it off of there for right now. And warm it up. So now what you've got to do is roll this mixture into balls, okay? And I have a cookie sheet with cling wrap on it. And if y'all can use cling wrap, I'm gonna applaud you, because that stuff just does not like me. I seem to make it clings to itself and not whatever I'm trying to do. Okay, so I'm gonna use my cookie. I think that's about a 1 inch, half inch. That's 1 inch. Yeah, that's 1 inch. And we're just gonna make some balls. So get you some meat like that, and then get it to where your ball will combine. Okay. And what you've got to do after this is freeze it. So try and get them as consistent as you can. That's why I have to use my cookie ball scoop, however you want to call it, because if we sit here and do this by hand, or by me measuring by my eyeballs, yeah. Some are going to be big and some are going to be little. So at least this way I'm a little bit more consistent, like this, than I am just trying to eyeball it. And that's why I put that plastic wrap down, so I don't get my baking sheet dirty. Hey, Brian, will you come cut this off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got them all rolled out. So now you pop them in the freezer for 5 minutes. No less, no more. 5 minutes, okay? All right, here we go. They're going in the freezer. I don't have anywhere to put them. I didn't plan that part out very well. There we go. That should work. And I'm going to put them right in there. Yep, perfect. Okay. And now we're going to set our timer. Done. So I will see you in 5 minutes. Okay? Be right back. All right. After they come out of the freezer, they have to go into flour. So I've put that in this bowl. Not sure how much I'm going to need. It doesn't say, it just says dredging flour, so we'll put that aside for right now. And we've got 3 minutes for them to come out of the freezer. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and make the sauce that these are going to go into after you brown them. And so that consists of 1 cup of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire, 4 tablespoons of the onion, and some hot sauce. Okay. So this is 1 cup of ketchup, which this is a 1/2 cup measuring spoon. So 2 of them will be 1 cup. And I'm going to finish out this ketchup, I believe. Get me a spoon. There's that, and now we're going to do 2 tablespoons of sugar. And just white sugar. So there's 1 and 2. Okay. then we're going to do 3 tablespoons of vinegar. And that's just white distilled vinegar. So there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we have our Worcestershire, and we're going to need, I think that'll sit there. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of this. Whoops. Well, we won't do too much on that next one. There we go. That come out faster than I thought. Get these out of the way. And I gotta get some more of that. I'm almost out. All right, and our onion. So there's our 4 tablespoons of onion. It's already been chopped up. And we need a dash of Texas Pete hot sauce. All right, so let's do that right quick. That should be good. Give it a little bit of kick, right? All right, and then you're just gonna stir this up. Here's what it looks like. Just makes you a little sauce that's gonna cook on the meatballs, okay? See if I can get you to see that. That's what it ends up looking like. Pretty tasty. All right, so let's set that aside for right now. And that's got to go back up, catch up, do that while I'm getting it out. How about that? All right, and here they are back out of the freezer. About to drop everything, aren't I? All right, let's put that there. Let's get some oil going in this pan because we've got to brown them. So you're gonna need enough to brown it. I should be able to use my tongs for this. But first they've got to go in the flour, remember? So let's go ahead and warm that oil up. And let's see, I don't know how firm. Nope, they're not gonna be firm enough for that. So just take them off your thing and then just kind of put some flour over them. So just kind of roll it around a little bit until you have a coated meatball. Okay, and we'll put it back on our tray for right now till we need to use them. And the flour will help hold them together a little bit better, because they're not frozen. They just get really cold. That's why I wasn't sure how much flour to tell you to put in your bowl, because I really don't know how much you're going to need. But you just want to get it on top and just move it around so you have a covered ball. I don't know if y'all know who Pioneer Woman is, but she's pretty awesome. So if you want to look her up, we'll catch her on Food Network. She has a ranch. She has cows. They show it on her TV show. But I saw these years ago. This is not a new recipe. This is something she's had on there for a long time. And I've made these many a times. They're just very, very tasty. Little work, but that's okay. It's worth it. And you get that meatloaf taste, you know, without making a meatloaf. And these will warm up, of course. If you don't have them all gone in one sitting, they'll warm up pretty good for you. Just pop them in the microwave. They don't take too long to warm up. This oil's over here getting hot. I can feel it. And I'm going to show you how I test my oil here in just a minute. Get some more of these coated so I don't have as many to go when I start frying them. And of course, this was just all-purpose flour. It's not self-rising, it's just all-purpose. And no seasonings in it, just flour. All right, let's start frying some. I believe they're ready. This is how I test if the oil's hot enough. Put some flour in there. If it sizzles away, it is hot enough, okay? All right, so all you're gonna do is put some down in here and they'll start frying on you. And like I said, we're not trying to cook them, we're just browning them right now. Woo! I got my hand in that, y'all. I guess I probably should be doing this with my tongs. Yeah, it's getting too long. So I turned them down so they won't be doing too much before I can get them turned. And we still got some to flour. I think you can see what I'm doing. May have the camera in a bad place. I'm trying to show you everything. All right, so let's turn them right quick. As I said, we're just trying to brown them, not trying to cook them. There we go. They will cook in the oven, because that's where they're headed next, okay? They'll be coming out when they get brown on that side. And then we'll put this last batch in, and they'll be ready for the oven. Got one more after this one. So I did have enough flour in there, so I don't need too much, but enough that you can work with it, okay? And there's the last one. All right, let me get my hands clean. Got some flour on them. All right, let me get my dish, get that out. And you can spray it a little bit. It's probably not going to need too much spray on it, but you could do it just to make sure it doesn't stick when you go to pull them out. Okay. All right, and what we're going to do is pull them out of here and just place them in your dish. Okay. Like I said, they're not supposed to be done at this point. You just want them brown. That's all you're looking for. These look awesome, y'all. Okay. Now we're going to put these in here, okay? So we can get these going. And I should be able to get them all in in 2 batches. We're going to try anyway. If I can't, then that's okay. We'll just do one more, right? Yeah, I might do one more. They're not all going to fit. Okay, that's okay. Just 5 left. And that's why I went ahead and made the sauce so that you can concentrate on the browning of these. And I've turned my heat back up since I can concentrate on these now, okay? Clean up my station a little bit. Put things away. And we're going to have Libby's sweet corn with it, along with mashed potatoes. So we'll start flipping these. They've started to brown. All that flour cooked in there. If you've got any spots that have got some flour on it, get them down in that oil, okay? You want that flour to cook. That's why you're browning it. And of course, we'll stir our sauce again. And now this has to bake for 45 minutes on 350. Okay, that's 350. 45 minutes. Okay? And after I get these done, that's when I warm up my oven, because I need them to go in at around 415, and right now it's 352. So I don't need my oven on just yet. I'm trying to keep the house cooler. It's summertime. We'll go ahead and pull these off that are brown, and we'll get our last batch in. Like I said, you're not looking to have these cooked right now. This is just to brown them, because they're going to cook in the oven. You just got to be real easy with them so you don't tear them up, because they're not done yet. Now when they come out of that, y'all, don't tear up. There we go. When they come out of the oven, they will be nice and cooked and done, okay? And try to do it again. I'm trying to be so easy, they don't want to squeeze on me. Or hold my tongs, don't want to hold it. there's the last 5 in there. And I'll clean up my mess here. And I have minimal cleanup. Isn't that great? Yes, that is great. That's got to go back. That out of the way. Pepper. And while we're waiting on those, there's the tomato that we picked last night. It's not doing too bad. We're going to leave it. I hope it's going to have good flavor, and it'll be our first one. We do have another one that we're watching that's turning that yellow color, but I think I wanted to leave it, probably going to leave it today. Might end up having to pick it Monday or Tuesday, depending on how quick. It's a bigger tomato than that one, so we'll have to see how quick it ends up turning for us. Okay, y'all. And then we're gonna pour the sauce on them and pop them in the oven. And it's 3:55 now, so I still won't have to turn the oven on just yet. Still a little early. Get ready and take them out, and then we're going to pour this sauce on them, and I'm going to tilt you down just a little bit. There you go, so you can see what I'm doing. Turn my eye off. Now I always like to take my grease off the eye it's on so that it doesn't, it'll start cooling down. Okay, so now we're going to pour all this sauce, all this yummy, yummy goodness, okay? So we're going to start pouring this on the meatloaf, on the balls. And just make sure you're going to make it have enough, okay? So just start off slow, because you can always add if you end up with more. I don't like to put too much at the beginning, or you may run out at the end, and you don't want that. You want them to be all coated. There we go. And then just go back and fill your gaps in. Okay. Make sure everybody's got a pretty good coating, as good as you can get on it. Because this will spread out as it cooks too, so you don't have to worry about that too much. Alright, got a mess on my bowl. There we go. And if you have any, just kind of, you can spread it around a little bit on there. Not too much, because you're not trying to tear your balls up, so be careful. If you got any gaps like that one, it wants to. Okay. And then just kind of squeeze them together so that they'll like each other while they're in there, okay? And you're going to have some that have more than others, but that's okay. Spread it out best you can. They're going to cook and make a goodness, right? Their own goodness. Okay, y'all. Well, these are ready for the oven whenever I'm getting ready to cook them up. So I will see you when they come out of the oven, okay? All right. See you then. There's the timer. All right, we're gonna pull it out of the oven. My fancy oven mitts. These are Pioneer Woman too, if you didn't know. All right, here we go. You ready? Yum, 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 y'all. Oh, that looks so good. All right, we are ready to eat. So, let me pick you up so you can see what we got. We've got the meatballs, we've got the corn, Brian's chicken nuggets, and mashed potatoes. All right, we will see you at the eating show. Ta-da!